In the last 9 years, India-UAE relationship has been multi-dimensional. What are the expectations of UAE from this visit of Prime Minister? We have with us UAE Ambassador to India, Ambassador Abdulnasser Jamal Alshaali. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. The first question, Prime Minister Modi is going to arrive in the next 24 hours. What is it that UAE expects from this visit?
A successful visit for sure. I believe all engagements have been planned. Things are going to be smooth in terms of participating in the World Government Summit, the engagement at the stadium, the bilateral meeting, the inauguration of the BAPS temple as well. So we are excited and we're looking forward.
And the land for the BAPS temple was given by the government. In terms of the cultural connect, what is it that you're trying to send a message of by building a temple in Abu Dhabi?
A message of tolerance, coexistence and acceptance, and that we do not discriminate, based on religion, ethnicity, so on and so forth. And I believe this is also a testament to what the relationship is about. The relationship is inclusive. The relationship is not just about business-to-business relations or government-to-government relations, but is also about people-to-people connection. And the BAPS temple stands as proof and evidence of that.
And we have seen a lot of warmth and perhaps camaraderie between the two heads, the President of UAE and Prime Minister Modi. Recently, when the President was in Gujarat for the Global Gujarat, Vibrant Gujarat Summit, Prime Minister Modi held that roadshow as well, which I believe was taken very well. Are these the high points of the relationship in terms of optics as well?
I know that the expectation that after doing so much in a relationship is that, it will probably stagnate now or there are just no more areas of cooperation. But the matter of fact is there is always a follow-up list in each of those visits longer than the one before it. And it's quite fascinating because every single time we think, okay, maybe we just need to work on this, improve on that, and see how we can explore traditional venues. There are always ideas to look into things that we haven't looked into before. If we have, one Indian Institute of Technology, can we get other institutes in other fields? Can we work on aerospace? Can we work on AI? Can we look into how renewable energy is going to be expanded in terms of production in India and invest into that? And so there's no limit when it comes to what we can do in this relationship.
Let's talk about the follow-up list. Since you're mentioning that, when CEPA was signed in 2022, there was a lot of doubt or skepticism initially because those were the COVID times. We have seen how that understanding has increased by leaps and bounds. But overall, when we look at more of a 360-degree picture of how the relationship has been during the tenure of Prime Minister Modi vis-a-vis how it was pre-2014?
Well, I understand that, prior to signing the CEPA, it's a free trade agreement. How is this going to work out? Each country is interested in protecting its industries, making sure that, your businesses are not being harmed and so on and so forth. But then again, being able to come to the table to negotiate the agreement and to sign it in such a short period of time says a lot about the relationship and the fact that we have seen trade growing in the past year since the CEPA was signed and implemented. We have seen investments going into both countries. We have seen growing interest by Indian businesses to operate in the UAE and vice versa.
But then you have a very interesting development which took place when India was hosting G20, which was India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. Has the blueprint been formalized or are there some teething issues?
Well, no teething issues. I believe that, yes, what started as a concept last year is now seeing the light of day, and you'll be getting more context on this after the visit.
What about politically sensitive issues? How is UAE viewing those vis-a-vis India?
I believe for both countries, we are very comfortable in terms of navigating all sorts of issues, all sorts of matters that need to be worked out. I understand that those are always going to be there, but the strength of the bilateral relationship has, proven that it is not impossible for those two countries to work on anything that they decide to work on and to make it successful.
Ambassador Alshaali, I want to understand from you, particularly if you were to do a comparison, I'm sure this is part of diplomacy, to do a comparative study from what it was during this Prime Minister's tenure, Prime Minister Modi's tenure, vis-a-vis his predecessors.
It won't be my place to do such a comparison, but let me tell you this. If since the first visit by the Prime Minister 8 to 9 years ago, you have seen all of those things happening in the relationship, signing SEPA, high-level engagements and visits between the two countries, investments growing in both countries, trade, including non-oil trade growing between the two countries, establishing the UAE-India SEPA Council to support SMEs and MSMEs and entrepreneurs. And you just keep wondering that, if all of this is doable in this relationship in such a short period of time, I could only imagine and try to picture what we could achieve also over the coming years.
And the Indian diaspora, there's an important event which has been planned. It's at the stadium. And Ehlan Modi, or Welcome Prime Minister Modi, is the name of that event. The Indian diaspora is very robust and strong, and they have played an important role, we believe, in the UAE story as well. How much do you think they have contributed to your success?
No, they have played an important role, and I believe they will continue to play such an important role. They have been our guests. They will always be our guests. I know that some Indians see the UAE as their second home. Others see it as their first home. And this will continue to be the case in coming years. What has changed, perhaps, is that now as we venture into other sectors, Indians are coming from other specializations to come and see how they can expand their business or contribute to the UAE's development and economic journey, and we are grateful for their very vital contribution.
My last question to you, and I'll be going back to my first question, in terms of the next 24 hours and Prime Minister Modi's stay in UAE, what are the expectations, what is the anticipation?
I have a lot of work to do. I have been doing quite a bit today. I spent most of my day just working out some of the details when it comes to the visit, the outcomes, the MOUs to be signed and exchanged. Just an example here, we still don't have a final number when it comes to the MOUs because there are just too many of them and more are being added. But we are excited, we are looking forward, and I'm sure this will be as successful as all the other visits.
Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV.